just you and me. It's just you and me, boy.
It been plenty time that I could've died. Lucky Sonny Slim got 100 lives. Knock the rings out and I'ma fit my pinky with it. Fuck a Jada Pinkett, I get jiggy with it. You with it, then we can get it going. Talking bitch shit and you just a semi-cola head of the state. And I cannot be demoted. I put his head on the stake and make a hole in 2 out the meter. Can't say too many ways that I need her. It's a bread on the plate, she a eater. Need some bread on the plate for the feature. I'm a beast, look boy, I'm a creature. Ain't no money to make for me being tame. Before I tell on myself I'm a plea insane. There's some folks in here with me, yo, keep it chain. And I swear they keep talking all around my head, I hear it all day. I hope nobody don't tell the end alright. Cause I'm a sinner to hell and then y'all wait. Gon' probably send me to hell, I need peace sign. For my shoulder, devil's on east side. Now who's stronger, man, I'm getting deep fried. But I'm colder than a white polar until I'm over. Trying to stay woke in a high full of sleepers. I can leave earth anytime, no allegiance. Fuck all these hoes on that line too egregious. Had to be real one time for the region. I cannot get peace someday. Or just a little sleep someday. I know we gon' eat someday. And if the time divine, it won't be too late. Now it's a balance I've been trying to figure. In and out at times in my little feelings. My Valentine ain't want no dealings. And I can't blame you about that really. Cause ain't too much stable going on. Ain't nobody to say you on your own. I done took out a page from Rolling Stones. Advice might short the days and write the songs. Meanwhile I'll engage in other things. Dazing off the other dreams. Another page, another ream. And I still can't explain just what I see. Maybe I went made to walk, the wings fell off. And now I'm trapped inside the thought. They birthed the flaw. Glad they brought the church to talk. Cause I need something to believe in. So make me believe. They keep talking all around my head, I hear it all day. I hope nobody don't tell the end alright. Cause I'm a sinner to hell and then y'all wait. Gon' probably send me to hell, I need peace sign. For my shoulder, devil's on east side. Now who's stronger, man, I'm getting deep fried. But I'm colder than a white polar until I'm over. Trying to stay. Time that I could've died. Lucky Sonny Slim got 100 lives. Knock the rings out and I'ma fit my pinky with it. Fuck a Jada Pinkett, I get jiggy with it. You with it, then we can get it going. Talking bitch shit and you just a semi-cola head of the state. And I cannot be demoted. I put his head on the stake and make a hole in 2 out the meter. Can't say too many ways that I need her. It's a bread on the plate, she a eater. Need some bread on the plate for the feature. I'm a beast, look boy, I'm a creature. Ain't no money to make for me being tame. Before I tell on myself I'm a plea insane. There's some folks in here with me, yo, keep it chain. And I swear they keep talking all around my head, I hear it all day. I hope nobody don't tell the end alright. Cause I'm a sinner to hell and then y'all wait. Gon' probably send me to hell, I need peace sign. For my shoulder, devil's on east side. Now who's stronger, man, I'm getting deep fried. But I'm colder than a white polar until I'm over. Trying to stay woke in a high full of sleepers. I can leave earth anytime, no allegiance. Fuck all these hoes on that line too egregious. Had to be real one time for the region. I cannot get peace someday. Or just a little sleep someday. I know we gon' eat someday. And if the time divine, it won't be too late. Now it's a balance I've been trying to figure. In and out at times in my little feelings. My Valentine ain't want no dealings. And I can't blame you about that really. Cause ain't too much stable going on. Ain't nobody to say you on your own. I done took out a page from Rolling Stones. Advice might short the days and write the songs. Meanwhile I'll engage in other things. Dazing off the other dreams. Another page, another ream. And I still can't explain just what I see. Maybe I went made to walk, the wings fell off. And now I'm trapped inside the thought. They birthed the flaw. Glad they brought the church to talk. Cause I need something to believe in. So make me believe. They keep talking all around my head, I hear it all day. I hope nobody don't tell the end alright. Cause I'm a sinner to hell and then y'all wait. Gon' probably send me to hell, I need peace sign. For my shoulder, devil's on east side. Now who's stronger, man, I'm getting deep fried. But I'm colder than a white polar until I'm over. Trying to stay.
Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I could flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. It's a new day, days been new. Been a decade since I made it out of rental. We some owners, baby, we don't got no rent due. Might trick, but my wife, you like to trick too. Merry Christmas, hey, Saint Nick. What we want, get, we on wait list. How we got here doesn't make sense. Have patience, that'll make sense. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dial to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. Picking up the slack, Jordan in his prime way, I'm getting to the rack. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, no cap. Put in all work, now I'm getting to the back. 25-8, I got money on my mind. Live life great, but I'm always on the grind. Navy blue tank, I don't wear it for the time. Real hustler, baby, throw my rollie in the sky.
Get ready for blast off.
Ball pointing cushy, so you know it's berserk. Trevor on the mix, so you know we gon' work. I might leave in wine, find a beach and go surf. I'ma ride the wave till I'm out of the surf. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dial to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really.
I beg your pardon?
The mute monster got me. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Y'all know what time it is. It's Tuesday. We flipping tables here on Black Men Unfiltered Network, man. Welcome in. Whoever's here right now, I thank you for being here. I thank you for being here on time. I thank you for being here for your boy. Thank you for being a part of the network. As long as you guys have been a part of the network has grown tremendously, and I just want to show some appreciation and some love. Listen, if you're watching right now, put a 1 in the chat so I can call you out. Put a 1 in the chat so I can shout you out. Man, I'm so excited to be here. I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud to be sitting in this chair tonight to entertain you on things that people just not talking about. Tonight's subject, you see it, withholding sex is witchcraft. Is it? I don't know. Well, we're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me get over here to the chat. Let's put a 1 over in here. All right, we got CJ Wilkins in the building, man. CJ, man, thank you so much for the words. He sent me an email, guys, that really, really motivated me to keep pressing on. Because in this business of YouTube and being consistent for 3 years straight, been consistent for 3 years straight, man, right? Starting out by myself, adding shows, building a network, took a while, right, to get where we are today. And so, man, for you to send that, CJ, is amazing, man. That email you sent me was amazing. I appreciate you showing your appreciation to me. Guys, if you really want to help your boy out, man, go ahead and send your boy a Cash App. Listen, if you want to do 99 cents, do 99 cents. If you want to do 13 cents, do 13 cents. But show your boy some love. Let your boy know he love, man. They're going to Cash App rolling at the bottom of the screen right now. You see it. Bam. There it is right there. All right. We got DL Saint. Let's see. I really want to know podcast in the building tonight. Hey, listen, guys, I would love for you guys to be a part of the show. Moving forward, I'm going to start dropping the link at the beginning of the show, which I've already done. If you guys want to be a part of the show, hit the link. All I ask is that you come up here and show your face, because I believe when you show your face, you standing on business. All right? You're not running from nothing and hiding from nothing and just throwing a rock and hiding your hand. So I would love to have you up on stage with me tonight. The link is at the top of the chat. It's already been pinned there. If you want to come up and you have something you want to add to the conversation respectfully, we would love to have you here on the Black Men Unfiltered Network. So please, 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 please come here and let's have the conversation. All right. Now I want to salute some of the people that's in the chat tonight. Let's see who we got. All right. We got Mrs. Locks to Smile. First one in the building tonight. She said, good evening, BMU. Thank you, Miss Locks to Smile. Love you so much. I thank you for always being here and supporting the channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. We got Hassan in the building. Hassan Tahir Show. Thank you so much for being here, man. Hey, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the like button, subscribe button, share button. All of that is free, right? If you ain't got no money, hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and it's free. Because you supporting Black media, you supporting Black Men Unfiltered Network, the longevity of this network. All right, let's see who we have here. CJ says, what's up, CJ? CJ says, withholding sex is for virgins. If the hymen gone, bitch, that kid in mine, or you can get the fuck out of here. All right. All right, he said, evening panel. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, we got DL Saint in the building. I really want to know podcast. He said, one salute to you, brother. Thank you so much. CJ came back and said, BMU, your YouTube network replaced Hulu in my house. Man, I appreciate you, CJ, bro. Man, we try to come on every day of the week, man. So I really appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. All right, man. He got me. I be Woody in the building, man. I be Woody. I'm sorry. He said, peace, BMU. Peace to the chat. Same to you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right. So listen, guys, y'all see what it is. Now, let me tell you about my weekend first, because I want to talk about my weekend first. I went to Houston. All right, Houston. Okay. And I see why Houston has the #1 STD rating in America. Those women out there are spectacular. Listen. They're not being disrespectful, but I'm just saying the women out in Houston are spectacular. They're everywhere. They're like rats. They're like roaches. They're everywhere you turn. You be like, oh, I'm not gonna look. And then you turn over there goes another one. Oh, I'm not gonna look. And you turn, there go another. Oh, I'm not gonna look. They everywhere. They're like rats. I went down there for a motorcycle event because I do ride a motorcycle. And I went down and I rode with my motorcycle club. We traveled down to Houston, rode our bikes down to Houston. And during that time, man, we had a good time. I just need Black people to be more organized. Listen. If you're going to do an event like that and you know 13,000 to 14,000 bikes going to show up, you got to be a little bit more organized, all right? But I will say this, we shut the city down. There were so many bikes on the streets, traffic couldn't get through. The interstate was shut down because of people popping wheelies and racing and all that other stuff. But the city was shut down. They had news helicopters flying overhead, looking down at us, videoing. So we shut it down. But I did have a good time, man. We really, really had a good time. I will say my daughter last weekend won her second championship, guys. So to you guys who supported my daughter and her traveling for AAU basketball, man, I really appreciate you guys for contributing to that as well, because they've been winning. And I'm so proud of her and her teammates and for winning. All right, now. Again, there you go, CJ. Thank you. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. I want to see the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button. Come on. We got 15 watching so far, and we should have 15 likes. CJ, make sure we stay on top of that. CJ, keep me updated. All right. We got Mr. Paul Bennett in the building tonight. Yeah, his name is Bennett, and he definitely not in it. Mr. Bennett, you know, this may be a conversation you may want to hop on, brother. This is going to be a good one. The link is at the top of the chat. All right. If you guys want to come in and have a conversation. Now, tonight we're talking about withholding sex is witchcraft. Now, I'm talking from a perspective of being married. Okay. I'm talking from a perspective of being married. Okay. Now, some women have been on the battlefield with their vagina since they were 12 and 13 years old. Okay. And any one of those women, as CJ said before, I don't know, you've given it a. There's no reason for a woman to be 25 years old with an 83-year-old vagina. Let me say that again for the people in the back that can't hear. Shut those doors. Shut the ushers. Shut the doors. Shut the doors. There's no reason that a woman should be 26 years old and her vagina is 73 years old. Makes no sense. All right. So I want to say this. If you're married, this is for the married couples. If you are a wife and you're listening to this and you are a wife, I just want to say to you parenthetically here that you guys don't have any reason to tell your man no. Let me say it again. You have no reason to tell your man no. The Bible says that when you're married, the woman's body belongs to the husband as well as the husband's body belongs to the wife. The Bible also says you no longer have authority over your body because your body belongs to your husband. So when women are saying, oh, I don't, you know what I don't understand? I don't understand. And we won't get into this witchcraft thing, but this is a few things I understand. Guys, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be a part of the show tonight, I would love to have you up here on the panel. The link is at the top of the chat. All right. CJ, did I put it up there? Do you see it at the top? Somebody let me know if it's at the top of the link, if it's at the top of the chat. But I believe that. I believe that a woman should not ever, in any circumstance, deny her husband of sex. And I think if you're withholding sex, then that's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. And so I had a few years ago, I want to say a couple of years ago, I had the man Williams on the show. I also had my pastor on the show. And we had the conversation. And everybody laughed. Shout out to E-Man. Everybody laughed at E-Man when he said, if a man who is married and his wife is denying him, then it is now such as witchcraft. So I'm going to play the video of the man Williams on this network. All right. Y'all, when y'all see the graphics and stuff, y'all going to see where I come from, where I am now, and where I've been. So, but E-Man said that it was demonic. It was witchcraft. If a woman denies her husband that which is sex or withholds sex. Let's look at that. Let's look at it real quick. Where is it at? There it is. All right, guys, here we go.
It was okay.
Okay, and so let me ask you this, E-Man. So what if she does do that? What if she says, E-Man, you said, E-Man, you can do this week. And then the next week, you enjoyed that. And the next week, she says, no, I'm not doing that no more. But you really enjoy it. What do you do then?
Well, I think it's a form of, when we start talking about like witchcraft, for example,
what?
If you listen, I believe that it's I believe that it's a form of witchcraft if a man or woman is holding sex back to get their way or to manipulate a person. I believe that is a form of witchcraft.
So hold on. So Pastor Woodford, respond to that.
Man, you don't even believe in the Bible. What you saying? What for?
Pastor Woodford gonna respond to that. Go ahead.
Don't bring the pastor in this.
Pastor, is it witchcraft if a woman withholds intimacy from her husband?
Go ahead, Pastor.
Witchcraft.
Go ahead.
Sorcery, even.
Let me take this one from
No comment. I got it.
Pastor Woodford, do you have anything you want to say at this moment?
I just feel the need to pray right now. That's all I
Right. And see, Nate, I agree with the pastor. I agree with the pastor wholeheartedly.
Oh my
I just
God!
My
feel a- I feel a
spirit,
need
my
to-
soul is
So Dr.
telling
Bennett,
me.
I
to
said let's
agree with
do
the
it. I
pastor.
said the brother said
And I will
let's
follow
put a
it.
prayer
So
down. I love it.
Dr. Bennett, what are your words?
Pastor, I will pray with you. Okay.
Thank you,
Sincerely.
sir. Thank
Go ahead,
you,
Pastor.
sir.
Go and lead us in something. We need some clear hearts and some clear minds.
So can I go back just?
All right, man. Shout out to E-Man. So we laughed at E-Man. Even myself, we laughed at E-Man. We laughed at E-Man. Hold on. My room, they got dark on me. We laughed at E-Man when he said that. We did. We laughed at him and we said that it's not which we laughed and said, hey, but now I'm reconsidering. I'm reconsidering my thought process because I'm going to read something here. Let me add this. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. All right. So, okay, I got a super chat first, guys. Hold on a second. CJ Wilkins, $5. A woman denying her man sex is like a man denying his woman the financial covering. It is a woman's nature to intimately please her man. If not, it is a trash household. Thank you, CJ Wilkinson, for the $5, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Let me give you a little Patrick Swayze here. Here we go. Thank you for the $5 super chat.
I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Mustard on a beat, bro. Deep bro, in rap. He a freak though, man. Damn, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe. Let them boys kill the truck and walk around like these.
All right, now I'm sitting here looking at this. Before I get into this, though, I'm gonna bring up my brother from another mother. Y'all know him all the way from Michigan himself, the coldest place on earth in the winter. Give it up for yours truly, JT. What we know podcast in the building. What's going on?
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's going on with you, my guy?
Hey, not much, bro. Hey, do I sound good? My mic sounds nice?
Sounds wonderful.
All right. What's up, bro? What's going on with you, player?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Nothing going on too much.
Can't
Hey,
call
listen,
it.
man. You know, do you remember that show
What's that?
with E-Man?
Yes, I remember it.
So I'm looking at the definition of witchcraft. It's just the practice of magic, especially for evil purposes, the use of spells. Children and goods were believed to be vulnerable to the witchcraft of jealous neighbors. In modern context, religious practice involving magic and affinity with nature, usually within a pagan tradition. Fascinating attraction or charm. Woohoo! I'm going to ask you, JT, when it comes to withholding sex, do you believe that it is witchcraft?
And you're saying withholding sex from your husband, correct?
Yeah, or either way. I mean, I don't see too many men saying no, but I'm just saying that withholding sex from your person, would you consider that witchcraft?
Yeah, I would, absolutely.
Can you elaborate for the answer?
Yeah, well, it's our duty. I mean, if you're looking at what is being said, especially if you are a person of faith, and you decided that you wanted to get married, there are some vows that you've taken, right? And then even before you've taken the vows, you should have already known what, the basic parts of what marriage is. And to withhold sex deliberately when you're, able-bodied or whatever, I think that it definitely is, because what that does is, first and foremost, within, between women and man, the covenant, of marriage also entails having sex, multiplication, morale builder. A lot of people don't say that, sex is also that also. And when you already understand the biological imperative needs of sex from a man, that shit is evil if a woman holds it from him, and especially if she's using it as a leverage tool in her marriage. It's absolutely diabolical in witchcraft. That's crazy. Yeah, when you it's if a man is withholding sex from his wife, it's probably something that's a little more different than that. A lot of times it's probably because he doesn't just find her attractive, or he's having some form of problem with his with his member. He has that. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other things that it could be, but to withhold it deliberately just because you're trying to use it as a bargaining tool, I think that it does entail some form of witchcraft. It's kind of like weaves. Your man tells you he don't like it, but you deliberately does it because you don't care about what he thinks. Yeah, diabolical witchcraft, man. Absolutely.
All right. Now, I want to, before we move forward, I want to send a shout out to Andre Terry, man. Thank you for the $5 cash out, my brother. You're always supporting the channel, man. I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate you. Let me give you a little something real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
My name is Rosa. They say I'm supposed to sit in the back, but I'm tired of hell, so I'm finna sit right closer. Come get me up then. It's gonna take about 3, 4, 5 men. And I ain't finna repeat myself again. Fight me. Somebody get her. My name is Eve. I didn't believe. I trusted Satan, ate that apple, he deceived. And yeah, I'm naked. I thought I was awakened. I'm the first to do it. Y'all my daughters, we related. Trick on Big Harry. Don't call me slave hoe. The hell? From the underground, dirt road, bustin' down mouth of dope. When I say run, you better go. In the dark, that Glocky glow.
That's my favorite part right there.
Oh, man, thank you so much, man. And whenever you guys send something in, go ahead and send the cash app. Listen, $5, $6, $1, $2, your support is appreciated. And $1 just means as much to me as $100. So, guys, if you want to support the channel, please do so, man. Welcome to the show tonight. Yours truly, R. Payne, is in the building.
What's going on, gentlemen? What's happening?
I know he believes that withholding sex is witchcraft because of this.
Toughest things any man has ever done is turn down a nice piece of willing, steaming ass piece of pussy.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. Listen, man. I don't know about this witchcraft. I know it's bitchcraft, but as far as witchcraft, I know we're just using terms, but it is insidious, man. It's evil when a woman uses her sex as a weapon or a reward. Neither one of those things is a good thing. So, I've been married for a long time, and thank goodness, man, I haven't had that kind of issue, with the wife. She's always been accommodating. But let's put this in here. I know we know that on the margins, every so often a woman wants to just shut down for a day or two. And that's where my remedy for that. I told you what my remedy for that is. You guys don't believe me, but the remedy for that, when a woman just don't want to, go through the motions, it's the angry hand job. She got to give you an angry hand job. I'm not in the mood.
That's wild.
Just go ahead and take. Okay, listen, I said you can't let me go outside like this. Go ahead and hit it off, and I'll take care of you later or something when you're better in the mood. But you don't want me.
I beg your pardon?
Like, come on, what's the rule? They don't want you to go out with a sack full, right? Right? Shit. You're gonna let me leave? You're gonna let me leave with all of this shit full?
Yeah. Thousands of women are paying leave their man full of something. Listen.
Yeah, man.
So but the question is, Arpane, you said you don't believe that it's demonic. Let me say this.
What's going on,
witchcraft is something you spells, magic, so on and so forth, that creates this thing in people that makes them become demonic or become, sick or whatever the situation may be. My thing is this: God is a spirit, per se Bible. Jesus came down, was crucified, and became a spirit, right? Mm-hmm. You have a good spirits, you have bad spirits, right? I think that when you deny your husband, I think the reason I say it's witchcraft now that I'm looking back at it is because when you deny your husband sex and he really, really wants to have sex, nothing else is clear to him until he busts a nut. Now, Think about it. What if she deny him? Then what happens? He looking at the girl ass at the job. The girl at the job trying to give him something. He may take it, and now you committed adultery. Now you become a demonic. Now you become a cheater. You're a cheater. It fucks up the spirit.
You don't have to go that far to convince me. I'm not like completely against what you're saying, because if a woman uses her sex as a reward or a weapon, it is evil at the very least. If they're practicing witchcraft, because she knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
Right? If she knows exactly what she's doing and she knows how it's impacting you, so I can dig the witchcraft thing. But how much layers are we going to go with this, right? Because in my relationship, in anybody's relationship, how long does it take for you to get to the point where a denial is something demonic? I would imagine if you married any length of time, that you turn over one day and your wife is like fast asleep and she says, "Oh man, please." That's not demonic, right? You just gave her a break. So do you give her grace? And then when does that grace turn into something insidious? Or are we going to get that to?
Okay, let me say this, and I'm going to read the super chats. When we say this, if you can deny me what God said belongs to me, then I can deny. Then what would it look like if I denied you what God told me to do for you? So God told me to protect and provide, and He told you to nurture and have sex with your man and be fruitful. So if you're telling me I can't get the cat, then and I'd come back and say, well, I'm not paying no bills this month.
There's no. It's no fidelity to that. Let me just ask. I'm just asking you. Right. Is it every single time? Or is there any fidelity to that? Because anytime a woman might say, "Hey, listen, can you give me a break tonight," or whatever, that's not demonic. You can't give her a grace for that. So it's every single time when you're ready, she should hook too. Yeah. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's realistic.
Okay. But biblically, it says here. I got it right. I got it pulled up. It says the wife. This is. Let me tell y'all where it comes from, because I want y'all to read this for yourself, because I don't like nobody saying I'm lying to you. 1 Corinthians 7:4. If you are a believer, if you're not a believer, close your fucking ears. Okay, so here it is. It says the wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but yields it to his wife. So once you get married, the husband has authority over your body. If your husband want to have sex with you, see, that's what I don't understand.
No. But before you go forward, I know where you're going, right?
Yeah.
But those words, even if you believe them, right? Even if you believe them, there's some. I would imagine if I read the full context of all those words, it wouldn't say that there's no grace between a husband and wife. Either way, if you don't want to do that particular thing in the moment. I'm saying nobody lives like that. Nobody lives with those absolutes like that. Nobody, not a human being on the face of this earth lives like that. And if a woman says, maybe, listen, man, Rich, maybe not tonight, and if I really needed it, and she was, and that's what I'm saying. If I needed to really get off, and she's seen it, she might go ahead and, okay, man, here, take that shit and just let that last for a little bit, and you come back later on. But I just don't think that is every time you don't get what you want from your spouse, your wife, or she gets from you. It's not a transactional thing all the time. It's not tit for tat, and it's always not that demonic. It can't be that. And even if you don't get it when you want it 100% of the time, doesn't mean that there's something wrong with your marriage or her or you, for that matter.
Well, the reason I said that is demonic is because as soon as the man is denied pussy and he horny, then another spirit comes in and say, "Go get that girl that want to fuck you at your job." And
what about the measure of the man, though? But there's got to be a measure of the man. You got to have some understanding about where your woman is at the time as well.
I don't have to understand anything. Listen, listen. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. See, that's the problem that we're having.
Well, no, it's okay.
We talk like men are fucking robots and women are these delicate flowers. They're not. Hold on. If a woman got a body count long as the line going to heaven, but then when you get married, you all of a sudden shut the pussy down like a dick factory.
You're adding all kinds of things, right? I would never. What I'm saying is probably neither one of us. I don't know about you. I don't believe my wife had the kind of body count like you're talking about, right? I don't know about how you think about yours.
So you don't know.
Listen, I do know. I do know. I could feel my wife's spirit even when I was with her. So
Oh, come on, talk spirit. See, there go that spirit. That's a good
so
spirit.
that's
Now,
what I'm
what about you
saying.
want to be in your
There you go. So that's my point. If she wanted to, like I said, I haven't had any problems with her. So, but if a night or two, a night went by and I didn't get what I wanted, I didn't go all the way to demon time. I didn't go all the way to demon time. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Because I know what kind of woman you got, right? It's not because she wanted to say, shit, I didn't get nothing from you, so you ain't getting. Sometimes they just.
Yeah, I was speaking.
But
I was,
JT, hold on, just a second. Women pout when they don't get what they want. You want that? Baby, I really want this car.
But we ain't women, man.
Exactly.
That's right.
A woman got her part and I got mine. It's it, right? Right? Hold on. JT, before you say something, read these super chats. Hold on. We're going to get into this shit tonight. Our pain, get on now. God damn it. Let me see.
I got to come up here and be contrarian and shit. Man.
I know. I love it. Big Andy 11, $10 super chat. Thank you, man. He said, BMU withholding the cookie ain't nothing but the devil. You about to talk. Half of these hoes, if you don't watch I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say all those because I'm a man. Well, they're old hoes. Listen, half of the time, if you better be careful because for you 80s and 90s kids out there, you wake up and your husband got, if you ain't giving your husband none, he's standing over you with his hand over your head trying to get your body to come loose. Talking about some way dumb bella. Get your ass up out of there. Thank you so much. Big
get me out of here.
Yeah, CJ Wilkinson says sex isn't what do you say? Sex isn't what want of a functional man. Oh, isn't a want of a functional man. It's a need. If your woman withholds it from you, she's inadvertently committing an evil act towards your masculinity. Amen, CJ. You cooking tonight with good grease.
Okay, so
hold on, Antoine. He said my wife wouldn't try this for one simple reason. I'm Haitian. We all have a relative that practices voodoo. God damn, he's my killing the bitch. And another $10 super chat. He says, I can't believe pain right now. Get him out of here.
We don't have no goddamn, what you call it, snipers, whatever that thing is.
Then she gonna be there. Dumbbella on your ass.
That's funny, man.
But you know what? That's my TJ. JT, before you go, look, this is what it says. It says here, the Bible, specifically in 1 Corinthians 7:3-5 says, advises against withholding sexual intimacy from a spouse unless you both agree. God blesses it when you both agree not to do it. But if both of you are not agreeing, she should be throwing that ass in a circle. Throwing that ass in a circle. Throwing that ass.
So there's layers to it.
Oh shit! Yes, layers from the bedroom to the kitchen, to the hallway.
The point I'm making is that so you're saying that when she might be in any disagreement and you agree, turn your ass over and let me bang it out.
It is, yes.
Right. Okay, that's what you're saying.
I gotta get up tired and go to work.
But that also says that she might turn up and say, "Look, honey, not tonight." You might say, "Okay." You might say, "Okay, not tonight."
If you are, JJ, I swear, I'm finna let you go. If you are a husband and you jacking off, you need to get a divorce.
Oh yeah, no.
If you jacking off, you need to get a goddamn divorce.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with that. That's why my wife never says that to me. I said, well, that's what I got you here for. What the hell? My hands are hands free. I said that if I gotta have that kind of relief, it's gonna be you who's gonna do it. I mean,
come on, man.
At least that.
Come on, cook, JC.
So for that standpoint, man, if she got two working hands, at least, everything is cool, man. I don't have to worry about it.
And she got your toes curling up, rolling off the bed and shit. Go ahead, JT.
Yeah. And he said, talk to me at that too when you're doing.
I flip my mic.
Talk to me too.
I don't want to kill the visual, Jesus. Kill the visual.
Yeah. I flip my mic. Can you guys still hear me good?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's again where I was coming from was for the fact that she was using it as a leveraging tool, or I think that also what we're looking at also is that when you're having these things that's going on in your marriage, it's hard to navigate, man. It's hard to navigate, especially if you're trying to get to the root of certain things. And the problem that I see is that with a lot of women that withhold sex, they don't really like the man that they're with, right? They're with him for other, reasons. And it's vice versa too, because I've seen, especially as men get older, they start to find that their wife is not as attractive as she was when they first met. It could be not even just, aesthetics. So yeah, I think it's layers to it, because I know a lot of dudes that stop even sleeping with their wives because of the things that they're going through, the things that she's probably said to him. You know what I'm saying? I with women, I think it's just, when it comes down to it, it can be biological with them. It can be something that's going on with it, and they don't have nothing to do with the man. It has something to do with her, especially if she's had children. And one of the things that I know for sure is that when women start to get older, and when it comes down to the menstrual cycle, it's irregular, it's not the same, or they're probably missing it, right? And there's a problem that comes down with that. So that's why you will have the things along with the whole passages of the sex part. There's other parts that's spoken to, and they speak to a man having the fortitude. Right? Well, I'm just saying, like in the Bible, the fortitude, the grace, and all these different things for his wife. Nowadays, people are not married on the basis of trust. In fact, it's on the flip side. You got a lot of men marrying women because they don't want other men screwing her, and they think that that's going to stop other men from screwing her, right? With women, it could have something to do with money or lifestyle, all these different things that you got. So when it comes down to being able to grant your wife or your husband sex at any time, a lot of them, they ain't really feeling that. They wasn't never feeling it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, the witchcraft part to me is when you're just holding it for leverage. That's weird to me. It wouldn't even feel good where I would have a woman that would sit back and just be like, nah, I don't want to have sex. And she's constantly doing that shit too.
Oh yeah.
I can't even imagine the conversation I have with her. I'd be pissed off and mad. And if I'm married with you, I'm trying to get a divorce. I don't even want to know the things that's about to go on with us, because it's like, damn. But if you get enough women in here, they'll tell you that they've been denied probably more than a man. I don't see too many men when they're in their younger years doing it, but I see men that's been married for a while. Yeah, that's a lot and men don't really speak on that shit. It'll take his wife to be able to speak on that shit, or it'll take them going to counseling, or you'll see it on somebody's talk show or something like that. So even though we would think it would probably be the man, I tend to think it's the woman. And I'm talking about marriage. I'm not talking about people that just dating each other. And that can even encompass people that is not married by the state, sanctioned married. But if they've been together for some years, they done put some work into it. I'm telling you, when you hear a lot of these problems that they have, I guarantee you will have more women complaining about it than you will have men.
I believe I didn't play anything for the guys who gave. So give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna play something for you guys real quick.
Yes, sir.
And then we jump back into the conversation here.
Go get my water right quick. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna go play this. By the time it's over, you'll be back. All right, here we go.
Shot.
Whatever you want, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, then I will do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. I say whatever you need.
Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you.
Hey, listen, guys. I believe. We got in here. Let's see. Black and Proud, aka Black Hawk. Now, thank you guys for those super chats. Please, guys, put your hands together for those guys for giving. Also, guys, if you want to continue to give to the channel, you see the Cash App at the bottom, and you see the super chat. Please support the channel. Okay, so we got Black and Proud, aka Black Hawk. No, if you got a small dick, a woman will not want to have sex with you after a while. It's not witchcraft. It's just you ninjas and your small dicks. Okay, listen. Okay, now let's address that. Maybe, just maybe, Black and Proud, we don't have small dicks. Maybe you've had too many dicks because some of you women have pussies that an 18-wheeler can drive in, do a full U-turn, and not touch a wall. So some of you have pussy issues. Some of you have been having sex since you were 11. And now that you're 30, you want to act like, oh, the niggas' dicks are too small. It ain't got nothing to do with the size of a nigga dick. It's the size of your crater because you let too many asteroids hit your earth. That's the problem. So when you go to the doctor, ask him for some disposable stitches to sew that motherfucker back up so these men out here can get a feeling. But other than that, I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what to say to you. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to address that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the president of the 7 Bs in the building tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your damn hands together for the doctor. Listen, Mr. Bennett just said, listen, hold on. First of all, big screen. First of all, Mr. Bennett just celebrated his anniversary. Listen, Mr. Bennett, I just want to say to you, Mr. Bennett, that I am so happy and so proud, man, to see you and your wife celebrating. You guys took some amazing pictures. Oh my God, does she make you look better? And so your pictures were amazing. Those black and white pictures, I love black and white pictures, bro. That was an amazing photo shoot. And I know you guys had a great time, man, in your time together for your anniversary. So happy anniversary to you, man. And we love you, brother, and I'm so happy for you. What year is this? What season? I'm sorry. Is this?
As you see in the title there, this is season number 29.
Man.
So we are 3 days in to season 29. So,
man, I love it, brother. Man. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Bennett.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you a question. Do you believe you were on the show? Did you see the clip I played?
No, I just I was on for a minute, then I left, and then I came back.
Let me give you some nostalgia, okay? Let me give you some nostalgia here. Where is it at? Let me pull it back up. Hold on a second. This is going to take you all the way back, Mr. Bennett. Hey, yeah, you're right. All right, here we go. Let me play this. Let me take it back. Let me take you all the way back, Mr. Bennett.
Okay.
Okay. And so let me ask you this, E-Man. So what if she does do that? What if she says, E-Man, you said, E-Man, you can do this week. And then the next week you enjoyed that. And the next week she says, no, I'm not doing that no more. But you really enjoy it. What do you do then?
Well, I think it's a form of, when we start talking about like witchcraft, for example, if you listen, I believe that it's I believe that it's a form of witchcraft if a man or woman is holding sex back to get their way or to manipulate a person. I believe that is a form of witchcraft.
So hold on. So Pastor Woodford, respond to that.
Man, you don't even believe in the Bible. What you saying? What for?
Hold on, Pastor Woodford gonna respond to that. Go ahead.
Don't bring the pastor in this.
Pastor, is it witchcraft if a woman withholds intimacy from her husband?
Go ahead, Pastor.
Witchcraft.
Go ahead.
Sorcery, even.
Let me take this one from you.
No comment. I got it.
Pastor Wilbur, do you have anything you want to say at this moment?
I just feel the need to pray right now. That's all.
Right. And see, Nate, I agree with the pastor. I agree with the pastor wholeheartedly.
Oh my God!
My spirit, my soul is telling me.
I said, let's do it. I said, the brother said,
I will follow
let's
it.
put prayer down. I love it.
Dr. Bennett, what are your words?
Pastor, I will pray with you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead, Pastor. Go and lead us in something. We need some clear hearts and some clear minds.
So can I go back just?
Man, took you back, Mr. Bennett.
Yeah.
That was a show right there.
Yeah,
So
man, you look at the faces that was on there, I'm like,
man.
Oh, man.
that was a combination right
That was
there.
a combination, boy. So, Mr. Bennett, what are your thoughts on this, man? Do you believe that, withholding sex is a form of witchcraft?
If you're going to ask me a one word answer, I'd say no.
Okay.
For the simple fact that human beings are sinful enough. Everybody thinks that you need the devil to be evil. And humans are born evil.
Wait,
so I just think I just think that, the whole devil made me do it thing, that's just an excuse for justifying selfish behavior. So I just think that, now could it be in certain situations? I guess. But the bottom line is human beings are selfish, and they can use certainly that as a tool for manipulation, and so it's sinful. It certainly, especially if you're a married couple, it certainly goes against certainly 1 Corinthians chapter 7, as you read earlier. So absolutely, it's wrong. But I think that the whole, like I said, we don't need demons to be evil. Human beings, we got enough evil in us to cover the lifetime. So I just don't like putting everything off on the devil made me do it. I just think that people get in their selfishness and and it can definitely tear up a marriage, no question about it. If unless it's for, like I said, health reasons or again, me and Payne, we got almost 60 years plus, 65 years plus between us now. So again, we've seen the highs and the lows of it. Maybe he may. Not seen as many lows as I have, but we go through that. Like I said, I had 3 kids in 4 years. That'll definitely put a damper on your sex life. At least certainly the availability of it. Well, again, we weren't spring chickens either. So we were like, I didn't want to have a 20-year-old and a 5-year-old, which I have some friends who've done that. It's like, man, y'all done. Y'all went back and had another one. So it's like y'all starting over. So I've seen that. And we were like, we're going to have these kids and I'm going to get snipped. And the baby making shop is closed at that point in time. So we were very, just like everything we kind of do, everything was kind of targeted. Everything was kind of focused and, exactly, in fact, even going into marriage is like, this is what we're going to do. And I told my wife, like, when we got married from start to finish was 10 months. From our first date to marriage was 10 months. But I told her, we're going to be married for 3 years with no kids. Because my thing is, again, if we can't live married, kids is not going to help us with that.
Right.
So I got to make sure you can be a good wife before you can be the mother of my kids. And so, again, we were very intentional about waiting and using that 3 years as sort of like a probationary period for us to see, could we do it? Because, again, and we didn't live together either. So she went basically from her parents' house straight to my house. And so, we had to, definitely flesh all of that out. And so, again, once we decide, okay, we're going to have these kids, we're going to have them, we're going to close shop. And so we've written highs and lows. My wife, when she went through menopause, that was another hurdle that we had to get through because her libido just left. I mean, it was just gone. So we had to work our ways to a working, arrangement, and understanding of that. And it wasn't so much that she didn't enjoy it anymore. It's just, again, she didn't have the initiative anymore. Mm-hmm. And that was just something to kind of, get her over that. And, we've had highs and lows with that. I think it's almost like, because a lot of the videos, if you see on my Facebook and Instagram, a lot of my videos also involve fitness. So I'm real big into fitness. I'm over 50 years old and, encouraging people to get fit. And a lot of ways I kind of treat it like fitness. I mean, you can be in it for a while. You can get lax with it. You can stop going to the gym and you think, okay, I'll take a week off. Then a week becomes a month and a month becomes years. And it's kind of people just trying to get back into the routine of it. And I kind of treat sex almost like the same way. It's like, you have to stay intentional about being involved. It's not just, it just comes, boom, let's just do it. You got to put some effort in intentionality. And again, some people don't like when I say this. It's like, if you have to schedule it, I say go ahead and schedule it. So some people that you got blocks, you got them calendars, those monthly calendars. I got Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Put it in, put the time in or whatever, and just get it done. That's not the necessarily most romantic thing, but the result is pretty much the same. I haven't seen any negative benefits from that. So again, whatever you have to do to keep that going, but just like exercise, sometimes you're just not motivated to go to the gym. You had a hard day. It's just stressful. It's like, oh, man, let me just skip tonight. But then again, it can get out of control real fast unless you're intentional about get back. And if you have fallen off from the gym or exercise or whatever it is, or your diet for that matter, guys are real good on the diet for a while. Yeah, I lost 10, 15 pounds, but then we went away just like I just did this past weekend and, kind of got off the diet a little bit. And the problem is you can't get back on the diet again afterwards. So all that dieting that you did, you lost all that weight, you gained 15 pounds back because you fell off. And so again, you have to constantly work that thing. And me and my wife, we've done that. In fact, we did that recently. But we just had to have conversation. So conversation, prayer, just like the pastor was saying, sometimes you need to go into prayer on that. And sometimes you may need to take a fast. To say, look, we need a reset to get some things right, to understand what this is and what we're about and whatnot. And then, we kind of come to those conclusions. Like, she'll come to that conclusion. Because mine, I guess the problem with being fit is that you're kind of always on, which is why I encourage men to get fit, because that has a great impact on your libido. Your testosterone levels get raised and you can still stay in the game. So I never really fell off. My wife, on the other hand, that's another story. So, so again, having that understanding, sometimes, every once in a while, we may have to revisit that if it's getting stale or if it feels like it's like going to the gym. It's like, oh man, and then it's like, hold up, let's do a reset, because we know what it's like when it's not good. So so sometimes we got to do that reset. So I think I agree. I listened to a little bit of what our pain was saying earlier. Yeah, it is. You got to be understanding, certainly to an extent, but then you have to have the conversation. And maybe that may take you getting out of your environment, because sometimes the home environment can be the most stressful place. I like our pain. Sometimes, you know what? We don't have to go to Hawaii or anything like that. Just get out of your room. You get out of your house and go down to a Ramada Inn or whatever you got to go to or whatever it is. Just get out of your environment for a couple days. Just to do a reset. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think how you combat that sinful behavior, just since the theme of the show is kind of on a spiritual basis, how do you get back to that? Yeah, again, that same scripture talks about, except for prayer and fasting. Sometimes you may have to, in your relationship, if things are getting routine, if things are getting old, if things are getting stale, you need to do that reset. The reason why I purposely title what I title when I talk about my marriage, this is marriage season 29. I'm not saying that the only time I said happy anniversary was the post that I did. I don't care about 28 years anymore. It's done. It's over. The only thing that matters is right now, this season. And we spent some time this weekend covering all kinds of things. Our intimacy, our finances, our travel. What do we want to do? So we intentionally kind of take these periods of time, this anniversary time, to plan for the next season. Just like the Philadelphia Eagles, yes, they won the championship, but they still got a draft. And a lot of players, they like, look, I want to get paid. The guys they won that championship with, they're not on the team anymore. So you have to be constantly in that mode of building and changing and growing. And what are we going to do now? Because that's the only thing that's really important now. If I think JT messed me up a while ago when he talked about the goal of marriage is death. Anything else is a failure.
Yeah.
So if we got divorced next year, it's a failure. So for us, it's like, so right this time right now is the most important for us. So how we doing? How is the intimacy? We getting enough? Too much? Too little? You know, something new you want to try? Whatever. That's got to be on the table. And I think that's how you combat, if you know, talk about those sinful thoughts, those evil thoughts, or maybe you start looking at someone else differently or something like that. That's how you stay engaged, by your communication, and then also by your compliance, to say, yeah, because I hear so many people talk about, communication. Yes, that's important. But then cooperation has to be part of it too. Like, what we going to do? We talked enough. Are we going to be about this or not? And that's just what we do. We just kind of hit that reset every year. And for the last probably 7, 8 seasons since we kind of took on this, we're actually probably 6, because really during the pandemic is when we really started this, because we saw a lot of people who were married 20 plus years like we were, who were just splitting up. And we were like, what's going on? And so, but we already knew that things were probably bad for a while, and simply just a divorce or whatever, that was just the final of it. But it was simmering for a long time. And so we're just very intentional about, again, keeping short accounts and just making sure that we stay on. Are we good? We never try not to let, back in the day, we go 2-3 weeks without talking to one another. Now it's a day or two. Not perfect yet, but we got to a point where, and at the very least, we'll communicate why we're upset. I'm not going to talk to you for a day or two, but at least you're going to know why I'm upset about it until we can come back together and talk about it. So that's just been the if you want to call it work, that we put into it. But the short of it, again, no, I don't think this is demonic stuff. But again, you can certainly let demons in, no question. Yeah. You leave that door open, and a whole lot of stuff can come in that's got nothing to do with reality, nothing to do with what's real. You start thinking them thoughts, and those things, if you don't cut that, cut it off at the heels, it can mushroom into something that you don't want. So you have to be intentional about keeping all aspects, but that one in particular, because at this point, again, we don't have, especially now, our kids are basically grown, and so we're not in that. And so right now it's just us and the dog. That's it. When my girls move out, it's going to be us and the dog. So what are we going to do? Are we good? And are we going to keep this thing moving for successive seasons after that?
Now, Mr. Ben, I want you to do me a favor. This is for. I want you to read something for me. Look at this.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, dude, you were almost. I guess they wanted a part. They wanted a part 2. I guess, or
21, 2010, 5 and 2. Oh, hell no.
I guess they like keeping the kids coming in. I ain't hating them for it.
But Mr. Bennett, when I'm 47, Mr. Bennett, I will be an empty nester at 47.
Yeah. I'll wait for I'll wait for the grandkids to come.
The funny thing is that the kid that's 2 is going to get a kick out of being the aunt or uncle or the grandson.
He's going to be younger than the grandson.
They're going to get a kick out of it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And
shout out to Anta. Shout out to
many
Anta.
of them, it's going to be probably a group of them. It's like his aunties and uncles are going to be like his cousins.
Oh yeah. That shows like a real tight family. How deep that taproot is. In my family, we got second cousins that are like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, Anton, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, JT,
and shout out again. It's also showing again they're healthy, because again, I mean, once you get past certain ages or whatnot, having kids past a certain age, that the risk is involved. So the fact that the kids are healthy and growing, a salute to him. They've been doing something right. So appreciate the thank you for sharing.
I think they're taking sex more. It's kind of like they used it the way it was supposed to be used. Like even when we're talking about the whole thing of, we being hyperbolic when it comes down to the whole witchcraft thing and evil, but when you have a family, because that's unorthodox now to have something like that, even with the ages that they have. But like I look at talking to you, Mr. Bennett, talking to R. Payne, talking to BMU, it's kind of like I'm talking to millionaires, right? It's kind of like that. When I'm talking to you guys take your marriage and your children and the relationship you have with your wife and your children, like the relationship that millionaires have with money, right? It probably sounds crazy, but it sounds like I'm talking to millionaires. It's like you guys figured out not just what works with you, you just found out what works, right? Because hearing you guys talk, it's just basic stuff. You throw ego out the way. You put you still take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You also make sure that your wife is taken care of. And then secondary, that's when you start having the relationships that you have with your kids, especially when you got adult kids. So it sounds like you guys know how to run the bank. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get more and more, because what you ended up doing was you shown the way that you went through life, even though your kids probably go a different route, and they will, because they're a different generation. They have a different, surroundings. But you guys passed on something to them that at least there are certain things and principles that you guys had implemented that they're adopting themselves. They just have to figure out how to implement it, especially when you have girls. It seems more. It seems like it would be more difficult with girls, but now that because I have girls, and what I
it's like me, you, and our pain.
Oh
yeah,
it's like what happened.
So their observation of
y'all girls grown.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we couldn't pass that was that Y chromosome.
That's just. But I understand it now, because what I'm understanding, like my girls, they really observe, and now that they're older, they start to ask more questions, right? And then I'm looking in their life. Like my oldest daughter now, she's very deep into the therapy type of thing. I'm gonna try to get her to come on because she wants to start doing the whole thing. She don't want to have this podcast where she wants to be, like a celebrity. She wants to be this so she can help people. So she's starting to be into this psych therapy type of thing. She's doing internships and all this. And so the conversations we're having, man, I ain't gonna even lie. It's like it makes you proud that you have a vessel that you see the strength in them, where you like, damn, you about to make major differences that's in there. But the one that she's coming to more now is me. We sit back and had conversation. One night I just forgot that I was talking to my daughter. I'm just having conversations like I'm talking to a regular, woman that's a friend of mine. And then I was like, hold on, this is my daughter talking. It's just certain things. And she started talking about her observation of me, her observation of her mother, the relationship that her and her sister have, the relationships she have outside when she's dating. So, like, talking to you guys, I'm literally saying, like, damn, it's like me talking to some millionaires, some guys that are super rich. Mr. Bennett, I saw, I'm in this dope that, we're on other platforms I can observe. And I seen that when you was talking about you and your wife was in an undisclosed. I said, that's crazy. So your intentions, man, you're so intentional with it, where if people can actually understand what you're saying, it does bring everything to sex. It brings it back to sex because it can be used, the intimacy between a woman and a man can bring on way more than just sex itself. Sex itself is just what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It's just something and there's no value in it unless you have some type of intentions. And if you have ill intentions with sex, you end up getting a whole bunch of ill intentions the end results, right? And it's like, damn, it's messed up. This is why you know, when you hear people and the things that we see now in the world where you got all this baby mama, baby daddy, you got people that are married and someone's cheating on another person and things like that. I'm really coming to the consensus and the conclusion is that that's because people are not intentional at all. They have other intentions other than the betterment of family and community.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Now I got CJ. CJ in here. He says, to me, sex can only be weaponized by a virtuous woman. A bust down could never. 5,432 other men have been in there, but I can't. Bye, Felicia. You know, I agree with him on that. I think that if a woman has been, you know, adjusting back seats for 15 years and then she gets married and tell her husband he can't sit in the front seat, this is a problem. It's a problem. I think that's what the biggest problem is amongst me and Mr. Bennett and our Payne and JT. I think that, you know, men know, hey, my woman had a past. I don't know the extent of it, but somebody was getting that ass. And now that we're married, it's a shortage. I mean, that's unfair. I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair that a woman would do things with another man. You know, you go to a class reunion, they be like, man, I remember when that shit, boy, I mean, remember how she used to have it to the side and slap it on her lip? And, you know, and you overhear that and be like, damn, she ain't never did that for me.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know about her sexual past. That's the thing. We don't want to know about our woman's sexual past, man.
Well, you know, listen, but BMU, honestly, listen. I told you guys that story 100 times, man. I don't know who wants to know that shit. But let me tell you this.
Mr. Benny, you want to know. I mean, not Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, you ain't got to know nothing because there was nothing.
You didn't have to worry about it. You didn't have to worry about it. But so what I'm trying to say is, why do you really want to know that? I mean, I don't understand it. But here's the thing. Whether you know it or not, just like you could tell a gigolo from an incel, you should be able to tell a little bit if your lady was a past 304 or somebody had a little bit of virtue left by the way they move. You got to be able to at least pick that shit up. And so for people to say you can't, I think that's crazy. I don't think you're in tune enough. Maybe you shouldn't marry that woman. I mean, when I was with my wife, when we were fiancés, I knew that she wasn't some harlot out there. I just knew because I didn't think I was any great shakes or anything, man. But the way she clung to me when we got together, and the way she was always available, no hidden weeks where I couldn't find her, none of that shit, no secret phone calls. She was always there. You know, women who have rotations, women who have sneaky links and shit. If you ain't, you kind of be somehow attuned to whether they're playing games. At least I think so. And it was, you know, so I think some of that shit's true today. You know, but I think guys don't know how to ferret that shit out. But the fact that they ain't virgins, we've already acquiesced. Most of the women aren't virgins when you meet them. But that don't mean they were hoes.
Yeah, it changed because, yeah, it goes to what you're saying. Like in my observation, even, you know, anecdotally, anyone I've been in a relationship with, they cling to me. It's like they want to be around me more than I want to be around them, right? But when you, especially when you're dating, you would know exactly the type of woman you're dealing with because of how she deals with you. Like these dudes they cool right now, are paying with a girl not talking to them, you know, when they first meet, you know, every day, want to be around them every day, you know, and that's the difference. That's why they will argue that, because they've never experienced that part of it. They probably did with a younger girl probably when they was 15, 16 years old.
Right.
But being adults, I don't know too many guys that have that. Some of them do have it, but man, you wouldn't know the difference with a woman that you're dating when she ain't digging you no more and she got some other man on her line, because she's not going to give you all that time. One of the things I do know about women is that when it comes down to planning, they are horrible planners when it comes down to having multiple men. They're not good at all. They cannot be on that path to pair-bond with a man when they got a bunch of other men giving them attention, because they're going to give it back, and they can't do it. They just can't. They don't have it in them. Most men will argue that because they've never experienced the type of women that we're talking about. You literally, what we do as men, we ruin all the plans they had with their girlfriends. We ruin all the it can even get to the point where we can affect their schooling. You dig what I'm saying? We can affect, especially when you're young. Like you would have a woman, she's into a man, they've been around each other, they talk on the phone all the time, he's getting ready to go to the military. She would change her whole plans that she had. She'll get out of school, she'll be like, well, I just go to school where he's at, or whatever. She will do that. But when she has a multitude of men that she's talking to, she don't give them all. She can't. She's terrible with it. She's terrible with it. And especially with the mindset of women right now, when they like get the bag, be a independent woman, don't care nothing about what these men are talking about. She can't. Yeah, and these guys are accepting it. And that's the difference. They're accepting it. And they're just hanging around, loitering around this woman. That's the difference.
So JT, real quick, and I got to go after this, gentleman, but I appreciate this conversation. So on the flip side of that, what would you say then if you feel like a woman is too clingy to you? Like you said, like women, like they're attached to you, but at what point does it get, oh man, she's clingy, she wants to be around me all the time? So is that an indicator to you that she hasn't been out there, that there's no other men on the agenda, or like it just seems like from what you're saying, there's a balance that has to be drawn there. If all she wants to do is hang out with you all the time, when do you reach your limit to say, look, you need to have another activity, go hang out with your girlfriends, go, whatever. So how do you balance that from someone who wants to be around you too much, or is there such a thing in for you?
It is. It goes back to what you were saying. This is where the communication comes in. Now you got to figure out how to do that, and a lot of men, we can give the wrong message, right?
No, you don't want me around.
Yeah, so you have to be able to work it out with them and let them know exactly where you at. So it takes, in my opinion, that it takes some imagination for you to be able to get there, because you don't want her not to be clinging to you. Trust me when I tell you, if you
I didn't have any issue at all.
Yeah,
I didn't have no issue at all.
Because I want to be around you too, right? But we have to balance how we have a life with each other, right? I still want to be, it's easy when I'm old now because I don't have a whole bunch of friends that I'm hanging out with. So is this the time when you can catch me? But
you can't run anymore anyway.
Right.
You're going to pull a hamstring.
Right. But being the younger me, I had to be able to be like, okay, I don't want to give you the wrong, because women can take shit so goddamn literally. They're ready for their feelings to get hurt and stuff like that. So it takes the guy to actually be able to convey it to her, and sometimes we as men are not good communicators when it comes down to that. So you just got to figure that one out. I don't know what to tell you.
It depends on what the intention is for that woman, though.
Her not to be clingy. That's not a turn off to me. It's only a turn off to me is if I don't want to be with her.
That's right.
That's it. It's only a turn off to me from that point. So yeah.
RP, what were you saying? Can you elaborate? What were you saying?
It depends on what kind of, like, you would use season are you in. With my wife, my fiance, then we wanted to be together. She wanted to be with me, so I didn't have no issue that she was working, I was working, and after work we always kind of hooked up, whether it was for a date or was hanging out. I was over her house with her parents. She was over my apartment, back and forth. We would go out on the weekends. All the way up until we were married. I think we were almost together almost every day. And I didn't have any problems. So that's why I knew that if she had some kind of roster or some kind of shit going on, right? Because that's why, let me put it this way. That's why I know my wife couldn't serve two masters. It's not in her. Before we got married, I was pretty sure about that.
Right. Yeah.
And with these women today, it's 2 or more masters.
Right.
Man, yeah. But gentlemen, like I said, I need to bounce. But again, good convo. Glad I was able to come on. Thank you all for all the well wishes.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying to join the 30 club with our pain before he leaves and gets into the 40 club.
Well, you mentioned something. Not only is till death do you part, we just finished paying for our plot.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
so
yeah, he's very.
That's the next combo, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah. We got our
next conversation right
Yeah.
there.
So I didn't say my parents. I had to bury both my parents, but my dad's military, so that kind of comes with it. But yeah, for us civilians, yeah, we gotta be intentional about that. That's definitely a conversation that you don't want to have, but we gotta, yeah.
That's why,
and like I said, especially in New Jersey area, yeah, real estate is no joke out here. So definitely, we better get on it now before it gets too expensive. Be paying might as well build a house on that plot then. The cost of real estate in New Jersey, man. So, but appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I may catch you guys on Friday. But I appreciate the dialogue, conversation, your well wishes, and you guys continue to have a great show. You guys have Yes, sir.
And we got CJ with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Bennett, for being here tonight, my brother. I appreciate you. He said, "Clingy is cool to me if it's because you genuinely love my company, not if it's just because she's codependent on my energy and wants to manipulate my time."
Yeah, that's why you have to.
There's a difference there.
Yeah, and that's why you have to have that conversation. That's where that whole thing of having an imagination when you want to convey it to the woman. If she wants to manipulate your time, then okay, here we go again with this whole, because then we dealing with trust.
Yep,
we dealing with trust. And one of the things that women will find out that when a man has a little break from them, it makes their relationship a lot better, right? Anxiety, women have, man, like until they get to a certain age, they don't know how to deal with anxiety in relationships. So when you have women, their mind can go all over the place. So it's not good not to say anything to them. It's not good to say the wrong things to them. And it's just something they got. I would take a woman that's insecure and not being able to convey what it is that she's feeling way faster than I would take a woman that got a bunch of men on their line. At least she can work that shit out by being in a relationship. That's what the relationship is. It's a classroom. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The relationship is not to save you. It won't save you. It will reveal all the things that you have, all the shortcomings that you have, even the great, along with the great things. But it's a classroom, and nobody graduates from that. The problem is that you got a lot of women that think that they can do better. That's my problem. They think they can do a whole lot better. And when you got a man that's there, that's willing to, to take the clinginess and all of that stuff, trust me when I tell you, we just got to figure out how we can just keep you balanced. But that whole manipulation and all that, we can see past that. You know what I'm saying? Don't like the friends you're around. Don't, you're ignoring me. I'm watching the game. You're going to feel ignored if you sitting here trying to get my attention and I'm out here trying to get these Pistons to beat the hell out of them Timberwolves. My nerves on edge and now you messing with me. It's stuff like that, man. But when you're talking about, trying to get that, like I said, just listening to our pain, listening to my man, Mr. Paul Bennett, man, y'all, it's like listening to some millionaires, bro. That's just what it is.
I wish. But yeah, man, I understand where you come from.
What did Scorsese say? Pull it back up there again, JT. Be quiet. You just got reinforced with your girl. Get your plot ready. Go to hell, Scorch.
I mean, to be honest with y'all, I think it's a lot of witchcraft going on around here. If you're defining it as demonic, it's happening with the lack of sex. It's happening with our children. It's happening with a whole bunch of stuff. Marriages are breaking up every day because of some crazy stuff, but mostly sex. I mean, why would, and this is a question I have for women, if y'all want to put it in the chat. Why would a woman want a man to commit to her for the rest of his life and then deprive him for what he needs in that commitment, in that covenant of marriage? You expect a man to men are driven on desire. Watch this now. And if man is driven on desire, baby, you need to have them legs open. Come on, you gotta stop acting like Chicken George now.
BMU, you're correct though. But I tell you what, man, we had a survey of the marriages that we do have, and you asked them, man, how many of them had a conversation about the sexual biorhythm of their woman and the fact that it'd be mandatory that we have sex throughout our marriage, and really tell her, listen, you're gonna marry me, this is what it means, and have that conversation. I bet you a very small percentage of men have that conversation before they marry.
Well, you saw the woman at the altar. He said, love, honor, and obey. She said, whoa. Wait a minute.
I'm not even talking about like that. I'm talking about actually saying, listen, we're going to be married and you're going to be the only piece of ass I have. You could say it better than that. For the rest of my life, you can't be turning that shit away. I mean, however way you convey that message, I don't think men really say that to their women. They assume shit that they shouldn't assume.
Our-Pain, your wife tell you tonight, you ain't getting shit. What you gonna say?
Listen, man, like I said, it depends on the situation, because I always get a couple of pounds of flesh out of it. I keep telling you, worst come to worst, I get the angry hand job. It's just like that.
Black man, Mrs. Payne be like, here.
You filthy motherfucker.
She throw a couple of fake moans in there at the same time.
Our pain be like, and now thank you. Shit.
Thank you.
Was it that hard?
Exactly.
She gonna grab that thing and do this.
The yoke of the devil has been destroyed.
Fuck the frail shit.
Exactly. I take care of you on the back end.
After she get done, she gonna throw the towel like this.
Wash yourself off.
Shit, man. Are you kidding me?
You nasty motherfucker.
Disgusting.
Oh my god. Well, y'all crazy, boy. Y'all ain't got liquor for this. We got another super chat. Thank you, CJ, man. I appreciate you, brother. He said, in general, women don't marry the man they're sexually attracted to. That guy wouldn't commit. Her husband is a safe option who brings stability. Ooh.
That's hey, look, that was what I said earlier.
Right there, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, man. You got those situations like that where you're like, damn, I'm sorry, bro.
Bitch, I don't want you. You know what? I dare you to talk to that nigga at Walmart. Let me go back and see if he still like me. God.
It's I don't know,
man. That's where that dual mating strategy comes in. The woman has a guy, has all the stability, the good guy, but the guy she wants to bang out is the father of the kids.
Yeah.
Man, we have to tell you, women.
I'm telling you this, man. Women are. They always talk about how women be upset. No, can't nobody destroy a man faster than a woman can.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
El Cheapo.
Can you imagine you arguing back and forth with your wife and she tell you, well, that's why I didn't tell you I fucked 5 football players at one time, 2 coaches, 5 basketball players, and I ate the pussy off my PE coach.
And your father.
And when your dad was drunk that night at the party, when he passed out, I fucked his dick. See what I'm saying? Some men, I'm telling you, bro, if you walk through Times Square and you saw a video of your woman's past, I mean, like the fucking video of your woman's past, and you seen her head stuck in between the seat, or a nigga just dogging her out, got her head down in the trunk, just banging her damn ass out, and you over there stroking like this. Yeah, you like that? No, I've been hit with an 18-wheeler. What this Volkswagen shit is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it is what it is.
You are being
I don't know why men are surprised about that shit. Listen, man, they say men are the apex predators of women, but who's man's apex predator? A woman.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
it's as simple as that.
Scorched Earth said that's why our pain is bald. Too many wicked hand jobs after. Hey, but you know what? You make listen. Anton said I'm a savage. Yes, because I'm telling the truth. Most men who are married to women who seem to be so nice and conservative had their heads by the damn lug nut. Getting their asses banged out. This is ridiculous. I don't know why y'all mad. Y'all about to look. When you go in there and see your wife tonight, let's go in there and look at her and be like, damn, how many times have my wife seen a tire iron? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. You look at your wife and she's like, what's the matter?
How many times she done hit her head on the steering wheel? How many times she done hit her head on the steering wheel coming up? Just.
That's so funny, man. Get your marriage, man. That's why you don't. That's why I told
guys. How many times she been down there to go there? I'm sorry.
You said to your wife, "What's that little crease you got up there on your head over there, man? Where that shit come from?" Oh man, that's crazy, man. That's why you niggas don't need to know what your girl done, man. You got to feel some other way because she's never gonna tell you the truth. And you don't never know if you need to make a decision whether you want. How many?
A man will leave you. I swear to God, bro. Listen. A man's ego is all he has. And I remember a pastor preaching this. Pastor, what's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. Anyway, he preached it, and he's talked about a man's ego. A woman needs to feed a man's ego because that's a part of who he is.
Right.
And if you want to kill a man's ego, man, I'm telling you, bro. Y'all remember that scene on Soul Food when the old boy said, hey, you know, how Coke bottle doing? He said, who the fuck is Coke bottle? He said, yo, I remember back in the day, she had a body like a Coke. Bing, 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 bing. Why? Because don't no man want to, a lot of men in delusion, because we know when we marry these women, they've been plowed like they've been plowed like a garden in New Jersey. However,
he needed his ass whooped. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Oh, jealous ass motherfucker. Yes.
And you know your woman been plowed. And so some men are delusional.
It was just diabolical. First and foremost, I don't need your ex-man giving me a fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all of that was diabolical. And what was his name in the movie? Dang, it was Lim.
Lim.
Was his name.
Yeah.
Lim did exactly what he was supposed to have did. Fuck this job, whooped old boy's ass, and cussed old girl out. Gonna get your man to give me a damn job. What kind of shit is this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's diabolical. Hold on, man.
but you know what though? I said all that to say, and shout out to D Montreal, man. That's my cousin. He got married. And some niggas still had an old video of his girl his wife when she was in high school, and it destroyed him.
Yeah, it's look,
you know, and somebody uploaded it online, and then somebody was like, "Dude, ain't this your wife?" And inbox it to him, and it just fucked him up.
Okay, so she was.
Niggas, our pain, niggas dogging her. I mean, dog. That's what, and I think that's more on the ego than anything. When you see a man dogging her, like if you see a video of your wife nigga in there, and he nutting all on her face and spilling on her mouth, and then now you married to her. You know what I'm saying? It fucks shit up.
That's why you tell women that, you know, because they don't believe it when you say, listen, there's no coming back from a woman who cheats on you. Because you don't have to be in the room to know what happened to her.
He asking her questions and shit. Look, he like this here. He hitting in the face with dick like this here. Who nut you swallowing tonight? Yours, daddy. Who nut you swallowing tonight?
You just fear mongering.
And then guess what? Guess what? You get in there, you pull yours out, put it by her face. She be like, why the fuck you put your dick in my face? It's nasty.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going. It's definitely about to be fucked up now.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, first and foremost, if she is viral, I'm done.
Yeah.
She don't get to. I'm never gonna tell her. There's no talking about it. I'm done. I'm gonna show her. The only thing I'm gonna show her is the disappearing act. That's it. Oh hell no.
JT, I'm finna send you this video, and I want to see your face.
Oh, no.
This is the video of my cousin's wife. I'm finna send it to you.
Oh.
And now I want you to look in the camera and tell me what you think.
You got my anxiety high.
Well, this is not the most. This is not the thing. This is a picture.
No, this is the video. And I
you
cannot.
put it in-
You know I can't put it on here.
Right.
Oh, so
I'm
you
gonna
put
send
it in the
to him.
backpack. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to him. Let me see. Let me see. I still got it down in this message somewhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Boy, the way I'm tell you something. The way that he did her, boy.
So, are they still married?
Yeah, and he's suffering every day.
How is he suffering? How is he suffering?
He's still with her.
Yeah, they're still together.
So how is he suffering? He forgave her, right?
Shit, I don't know what he did.
Forgive the unforgivable.
Ain't no way I'm gonna see. Ain't no way I'm gonna see a nigga playing chess in my wife's throat with his dick, and I'm gonna stay with her. That's some bullshit.
Man.
I don't give a fuck if it was 10 years ago. That shit is over. I don't give a goddamn. I'm gonna find this shit because y'all need. I'm gonna send this to JT. And JT, I just want to see how he. Ooh, JT, when I tell you he did her in, boy, he did her in. God.
The fellow said, "What's that? El Chapo? What's that?
And guess what? She loved every bit of it. She was gawking that motherfucker.
Funny. I really believe that women actually don't get it. I mean, they get it, but they don't get it. They just don't get it. I swear. Because I mean, I'm on Precious' show. And she says, well, if your wife cheats on you, right, you should have that conversation to try to find out why. I said, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that was last week.
I said, it's too late. What the hell? It's too goddamn late. What are we going to talk about? And because you know the conversation is, these are the conversation is going to be how I made her cheat, right? If we're going to conversate, this is what you did. And this is how come I had to do it. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man.
I told you we were saying last week. I don't want to picture nobody pressing your ass up. Women have no idea of how compromised they look.
Yes. Well, you know the truth of the matter is that's when they're the most submissive to a man.
You're in your most submissive. Everything that you do, that you listen to how you're trusting this man with everything when it comes down to it.
Everything. You butt naked. He's plowing your ass out. You're the most vulnerable, and you're begging him for more. And then all of a sudden, we're supposed to come back and kiss me on the lips. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, right. You're using your ankles as earmuffs. Ma'am, that shit ain't good. Then if he have you turned around, he got pulling your hair, your weave,
slapping you, calling you. I said, does your husband do this to you? Blam, you know what I'm saying?
They could be like, I don't want to see that shit. The visual, right? So when men, this is the crazy part. We're not. If a woman find a man cheating, she won't find him in a compromised position, though.
No. Their minds are different. They mad at you because the women are full of shit. When a man that she wants cheats because she think, they always feign this hurt thing. They don't really give a shit as much. I mean, they try to these days, but they stay with the guys more often. You know?
I can't wait to find this fucking video.
But the guys stay for economic reasons.
Yeah,
but the marriage is pretty much over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But to have him, I can understand her. This is the thing. I can understand a woman if she visualized the man being put in compromised position. It's like, yeah, nigga, you looking bad. Should nobody be conquering you like this? So I understand that part. Just like when you ask women, would you, even if you knew a man's past, sexual past, and he was with another man, would you be with him? Most women would say no. Now, this new era of women, they talking that shit. But for the most part, you being in a submissive role. And that
you talk about some butt stuff. You know what is equivalent to a man who his wife cheats on him and he can't take it no more? if your woman see you get your ass beat.
Yeah, I mean, being conquered was my whole thing. I get what you're saying, but being conquered.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, even if it's not sexual, if your woman see you take an ass beating, she ain't never gonna look at you the same.
It's never gonna be the same.
It's never gonna be the same. You're all bloody and cut up, man. You got to beat your shit out there in the street, man, boxing your ass up, and you start falling shit, and your woman standing there looking. Oh man!
Damn, baby!
There's no coming back. You know, just I guess that's the way I'm gonna explain it to a woman next time. She said, "Why you don't want to talk?" I mean, she just cheated. She be able to get over it. Okay, so I'm your man, and a guy's out there beating my ass with his fist. Boom, boom. You standing there, and I'm getting my ass kicked, and I'm trying. I'm actually trying to fight back. He's beating my ass. You ain't gonna never look at me again. You know, and after he knocked me down, he go over there and kiss you on the lips. That's your man. That's your man.
He's Brutus and you're Olive Oil.
He's doing Clubber Lang. Come over here, honey. He's Clubber Lang. Come over here, honey. Let me show you what a real bag is do.
Oh yeah, that's when he got rock. He wrote Rocky up, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Rocky said,
yeah, that's crazy. That's some crazy work right there, bro. This
man, I can't wait.
Like,
Lord, I'm scrolling through these fucking messages.
CJ, that's right. I forgot about this case. This MMA fighter, she saw her man get beat up in the fight, man. She said that he didn't look the same. He couldn't stay with him after that. That's funny.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna, especially now. This is the craziest part. If somebody gets you with a good uppercut and you get the stumbling and you refuse to fall, but you get the stupid,
you wobble What the fuck out of here, man?
You can never have an argument with your woman ever again, man.
She trying to uppercut you like that, nigga.
You better shut up before I call that man and come back over here and whoop your ass.
Hey girl, go in there and sit down somewhere. You gonna raise your voice at me, but you ain't raise your voice at Earl when he slapped your ass.
Earl was flipping your ass out there. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy work.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but most of these guys, they're actually accepting it now.
Yes.
Like when you hear the younger dudes now when they talking, they say, "Hey man, I was on Izzy's show and talking to the young dudes, they were just like, you just gotta accept, bro, that she just gonna have a bunch of dudes on your line." And this one guy said, Brittany Renner, he said, "I would love to be on her rotation." We were like, what? Rotation? Brittany Renner, you would be on her. He was like, nigga, I'll be on her rotation. We were like, man, you wildin'. They accept this type of stuff now. So it's kind of like, how do y'all expect to have any respect from any of these women? Like what we were saying earlier, where, you know, the clinginess, dudes, we really wasn't tripping off of it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to figure out. Now, if you didn't like her, then you're going to ghost her anyway.
That's a different story, right?
Yeah, but when you're talking about, but the reason why is because we seen it before. Mm-hmm. I don't think too many of these young folks, these young guys actually see that anymore. So they don't know what that is. They expect for a woman to be having 5 and 6 dudes, you know, on their line. And I guess they're trying to be the better guy or something. So they try to peacock. I have no idea of how they navigate through that. I just hear them talking.
I don't think they try. I mean, they might have their own roster, right? And they only hook up once. You know, that's how shit spreads, you know, because I could never be serious about a woman with a roster. You know, I mean, I'm glad I know about it, but how could you get serious? I mean, how could you possibly get serious with a woman like that?
Yeah, and so my biggest thing was, what is the end results to that? Like these type of relationships that they're having, what do y'all just keep recycling? And, you know,
that's how the women get to be 40 years old with no real man in their life. That's how they get to be 40, 45. They just keep cycling guys in and out.
So, right. So that's where I'm like, listening to the dudes, they admitted it themselves though that they accept that. So are they the issue? Are they the problem?
No. They accept it because they have some of them have their own rotations, right? If they have to, because they're not really serious about that woman, though. You think you're trying to tell me that these guys are serious about a woman that they know have a rotation, or they're just playing?
This is what I'm saying. I don't know the end results to it. Well, we do understand the end results.
Well, let me put it to you this, JT. The guys who play that game, they got a longer longevity. They could hit 40, 45, and 50 and play that game because they could still eventually have a family. Yeah,
but with who? The woman that was recycling all
the
niggas?
They could actually no, not the recycled woman. They don't want them. What I'm saying is, well, okay, let me say it better. If a man knows a chick has a rotation, he's one of the guys, right? Mm-hmm. He either has a rotation himself, but are you saying this guy, he's love struck with this chick and he's accepting the fact that she has other dudes? And he hopes one day she chooses him?
This is the crazy part. I don't have
I don't understand guys like that.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to it. I just have, I hear them talking, and my whole thing is, what's the end results, right? And if you have dudes that accepting this nationwide, right, along with the women that are doing it nationwide also, they're just going to run right into that woman that's been doing the recycling. So my question would be, what is the end result? Because understand this also, they're in agreement that marriage is not the end result anymore.
Yeah, I think that's on both sides.
So that's why I'm like,
that's why I think they don't care.
I don't have the answer to it.
That's why I think they don't really care, because they're not that serious about the woman.
And now the craziest part was, in the midst of this, they're having children with these women also.
Well, that's the bad part of it.
Jeez.
That's the bad part of it.
So then the children will learn.
The bad part of it.
Yeah, so the children will learn survival in relationships other than the building of relationships. This is what I'm just, coming to. Like, I don't have a set way of how I'm looking. I'm just like, damn, I just see a bigger problem than what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? I see a huge problem that we have right now, because you got people screaming community, but they're not doing anything to build it. And the only thing I'm seeing is that they're just going in this circle and they're surviving one another.
That's why
JT, check your Facebook inbox.
Oh, okay.
I try not to talk about community anymore. I don't know what that really means.
Me too.
I don't know what that means.
Because that shit sounds crazy. It was we just gonna have to build a we might have to just build a museum, our pain.
Imagine seeing this, JT.
Hold on, let me look.
What you don't go to see, man? Sit down, feel left out and shit.
Our pain. Hold on. You on Instagram, right?
Yeah, I am.
You on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, but I don't use it that much in terms of.
Okay, what's your Instagram?
It's R Payne.
JT, you looking at it?
It's Richard. No, it's Richard dot. Richard dot Payne. Something like that.
It's a message upgrade.
I don't even know how to use this shit. What's my Instagram shit? It's Richard S. Payne. And no space between the Richard. It's Richards dot Payne. Just I need to change my name at one point.
Okay, let me look. You sent it in a group, or you sent it? Let me see, because it said that you sent me something. But what's today? Excuse me.
JT, I know how I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to y'all in a message. Yeah. Let me send it to you.
Was it too? Was the file too big? Oh, hold up. Hold up, swole up.
Oh, that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
Oh my
this was even,
I just sent it to you. R-Pain, look at your phone, nigga.
Oh, it's on my phone. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and you said this is whose wife?
Hey, I ain't gonna say his name because he probably watching.
Oh man! Oh my God!
You see it? You see it, R-Pain?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Oh.
She is too skillful.
Oh my God!
It is a crime. I can't. No.
So hold on. Now they've been married for 7 months. Can you imagine seeing this after 7 months of marriage, bro?
Nigga, that breaks my heart. No,
That's
we have to get a annulment.
Yep.
We gotta go. No.
Oh my God!
That was something you were supposed to have mentioned that shit.
Oh my God!
That is nothing that you are supposed to be withholding.
Man, you can't withhold that.
If it wasn't on film, that's something different. You should have said, "Hey, listen." God.
Well, one of the dudes that she was messing with uploaded it on his OnlyFans.
God.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question. So, did he know her back then?
No.
Still.
Hey, bro, that's unforgivable.
There's more.
I don't care how nice she is to me. I got to get away from you. You are diabolical, lady.
No, but I mean, listen,
and then I'd really be mad. I'd be like, you ain't never did that with me.
Well, you got to go get yourself a bar and put that shit up there. Like, that's all I was thinking, man. But I don't think they got one that can hold my weight and shit. I gotta find.
Listen, I probably.
R-Pain, I sent you the second.
Before I break up with her, we probably have to try it.
Remember this, baby? Remember this? Get up, get your ass over here.
She be like, what's that? I be like, that's a push up. That's a pull up bar right there.
Oh,
we gonna use that. Oh my God.
I just sent R-Pain another one. So he go Jake Tiff and send it to you.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
She's nice looking though, man.
Oh, shut up.
Oh.
Here he go with this.
Oh, shut your ass up. Hey, I'll send it to your regular phone. Your phone.
Oh yeah, she's right out of the book.
Then R-Pain would come out the doggone gate to us. She's nice looking.
I get what, man. Shit, I mean, you know what? It was still blurry when I saw it, but I still would hit it. Oh yeah, he's doing it. This is the reason why.
You get the second one. You get the second one.
I ain't get the second one. You could have sent it.
No, I sent it to your phone.
I didn't get it yet.
Hold on. I'm sending it to you. Goddamn. Hold on.
Oh man,
that's this guy's wife.
Yeah. Before marriage. Before he met her.
I don't give a damn.
Okay, here you go. There you go, JT. I just sent it to you. Facebook. Watch this one.
Jeez.
They role playing and shit.
Oh man.
This is like she's but Pornhub material.
She got skills. I'm conflicted in my feelings.
JT, wait till you see this one.
Oh my God! Man. Let me stop this, man. I'm
No
way. No.
Oh my God.
No, Jesus Christ. That's why. That is why. That's why if you're married to a woman that cheats on you, you can't stay with her because that's exactly what she's doing.
Yep.
Exactly. If you're married and your wife cheats on you, this is exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, ain't no other man need to be. I don't need to. Oh man, I hit you upside your forehead.
So R-Pain, hold on, R-Pain and JT. Let me ask y'all this. I want y'all to answer individually, and we're gonna get out of here. Listen, JT, you get married, you 7 months in, and you get an anonymous email, and it's 2 video clips, and you click on it, and you see your woman in the kitchen cooking your meal. You see her on both the videos like this. What's happening? What you gonna?
God. Well, 7 months is good. It's still early enough to get a no.
Yeah. But you already been eating the pussy and, you know.
Oh, no, dog. Man, look.
Yeah.
So this is the reason why, guys used to just wait till they try to find a virgin, man. But that's why you don't need to know.
Yeah,
that's why
man.
you don't need to know.
And she's cooking. The food smell good. I can't eat. So fuck it.
Well, not after seeing that.
No, and after seeing that, I'm coming in there and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. That's funny.
I be like, what this is?
That's before you. But that's before you, though.
Right, that's before you.
Hey, listen, I'm going to end the show in about 3 minutes. When I end the show, whoever sent a $5 cash app, I will play it. Y'all can click the link and I will play it for y'all on the screen after the day. Okay, so I'm going to be watching. We got 3 minutes until we done now. I'm going to be watching. Now, send me a cash app, $5 cash app, and I'll play both of them for you in the back.
But they have to come up before you.
I have to divorce her. Let me tell you something. I have to divorce her, but we probably still be cool.
Yeah, man. She got skills.
Yeah, I have to get, because 7 months, all right. But I can't marry you. I can't be married to you. I just, nah.
Yeah. That's just too much. If I can't get the information out of my head, man.
Right. That's crazy. That's, yeah, we'd probably be still friends or whatever, but I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. El Cheapo, understand the fact that you don't know, it means everything.
It's about $5 cash app. Cash app at the bottom of the screen. Because I don't want nobody to know who doing it. That's why I'm telling y'all to do the cash apps. Because I know y'all don't know. Listen, send the cash app. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Send $5. and I'm going to put you on the list and we all going to go back here and watch it together. Send $5 now.
That's funny, man. That is funny.
Oh my God.
He said he gotta see. I gotta see what you're talking about. That's funny as hell.
Oh man.
Who sent me a cash app? Let me see somebody who sent me a cash app. Antoine, you didn't send me no cash app, motherfucker.
No, that wasn't me. No, that was El Cheapo.
Some motherfuckers coming in like wildfire.
That's funny, man. That's funny. That's funny. Hell.
Oh, hold on. Well, boop. There go another one. Okay, listen. I'm gonna send y'all the link. The link at the top of the screen.
Oh no.
No. Yeah.
Oh my God. Hold on.
No.
Let me download the videos. This is gonna be amazing. Hold on, let me show y'all.
Oh my God.
Man, look.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna end the show, man, so y'all can see this.
And I'll be right back.
Wow.
Hey, Jay, R-Pain, what you think about how skillful she is? Is she skillful?
Yeah, she's Pornhub material, man.
Wow.
Pornhub, OnlyFans, probably.
Wow. I'm telling y'all. Now, I'm gonna ask you something, Antoine. After you see this, everybody popping.
What's going on?
Drake, wait a minute. I ain't got no cash app from you, Drake. Do I got? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
That's funny, man.
Yes, I do. Hold on.
Yeah.
What up, boy? Okay, hold on. Y'all stay right there. When the show end, y'all need to be in here. So hold on, stay right there. Anybody else coming in? Come on, goddamn it. Y'all got 60 seconds, goddamn it. Send your cash app and come on up in there.
I already sent you a cash app, you know that.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I got you.
Hell, angry hand job.
What's going on? I think there's a little bit more than that going on here, man. Holy shit.
Hey, yo.
Yo, Scorched Earth is a savage, man. Scorched Earth is a savage.
What did he say?
Somebody else pop up there. Somebody else. I know. That is funny, man.
Man, this shit crazy, bro.
Man, so, but have you talked to him about this? I mean, how is he?
I mean, he's sick. He's sick. He's sick.
Which means sick.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
I got you, CJ. I got you. So yeah, he's sick. Well, CJ, if you want to come up, you got to turn your camera on, because I'm finna end the show. But y'all got to see this shit. So I'm gonna play the outro. While the outro going, y'all can come in, hit the link at the top of the screen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share it again. Hold on.
Well, shit, man, he's sick. I'm like, how are you coping with that shit, man? That's
real. All jokes aside, I really thought he was gonna do something to himself, like for real.
Ooh, some people have.
Because everybody can go online. Everybody can go online and see his wife getting, goddamn.
Black man,
hey, BMU, my time of the service. You'd be surprised some of the craziest things that happen. Dudes come back. They find their wife in bed with another woman. They find them in bed with 5 dudes running a train. It's off the chain for real. Like, it's like, okay, you never said you went to this type of stuff. You never said anything about it. I mean, it's like, I mean, what can you do? Like, you see something like that.
So El Cheapo, the way that I got it, because we all know everybody knows everybody from the Louisiana town that I'm from, right? So everybody knows, right? So somebody saw her and was like, "Oh shit, that's Brandy," right? And the video started going around. Everybody like, "Oh my god!" So one day, one of his homeboy, which is a good friend, instead of sitting there watching the whole thing, he was like, "Man, bro, your wife online, bro."
Oh man!
And it was a nigga that used to video them having sex, and he videoed the shit and started just sending it to everybody.
Man, that's terrible.
Like he got an OnlyFans, uploaded that bitch to OnlyFans and everything, bro.
Yo, I was surprised you don't have Manny Vince and Fansley as well.
The third video, I'm trying to tell you, bro. The third video, she's sitting down like this against the wall, and she let him put it all the way in the back of her throat and just
damn.
Like in the back of her fucking throat. And I can't even find that one, bro. I don't even know. That one's so old. I can't even find that one. It was a real when she was like. Bro, he was, man, the way he was doing her, bro, I know her husband ain't nowhere near what he was doing to that woman, boy. That was
how did you find the first two? You just looked it up?
No, the first two I had somebody send it to my inbox, but it was so long ago, I had to go back through all my goddamn messages and find it.
Motherfucking JT.
What's good, JT?
We appreciate y'all, man.
Rocking the 10th now hat, bro. Climb the glory.
So we appreciate you guys, man, for coming in tonight. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the, coming in and being entertained by this show tonight. And the question still stands, man. Withholding sex, is it witchcraft? Listen, you say yes, you say no. Put it in the comments, or after the show, go back and put it in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and share button, because that's free and that helps the channel. We appreciate you guys, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow night with the sports show at 7 p.m. And then Boss Man will be coming in at 8:45 p.m. tomorrow night as well. Y'all have a good night. Peace. And we better go watch this video.